right now at 5.
We have a very, very good idea of who the leakers are.
The hunt for White House leakers leads to finger-pointing as the Senate scrambles to move forward on health care.
We all know this is likely to be a very long night.
Tonight, CBS 4 News live team coverage of a dizzying day in Washington, D.C.
And let's begin with the turmoil inside the White House, which was brought up several notches with a tweet and then a long interview on CNN this morning.
The big question that remains, does President Trump's new communications director think his chief of staff is a leaker? CBS 4's Eliott Rodriguez is in the control room with Anthony Scaramucci's comments and White House reaction. Eliott.
A lot of drama, Rick and Rutabaga. White House leaks are front and center in Washington. Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci took to Twitter to call out Chief of Staff Reince Priebus in an angry tweet about leaks. And when asked if Priebus has the support of the president, the White House press secretary gave a vague answer.
The new White House communications director, Anthony Scaramucci, lashed out last night, claiming someone leaked his financial information. He tweeted, "In light of the leak of my financial disclosure info, which is a felony, I will be contacting the FBI and the Justice Department," and named White House Chief of Staff Reince Priebus. Scaramucci's financial disclosure form appeared on Politico's website, showing his assets are worth as much as $85 million. Leaking the form is actually not a felony. It's public information. Scaramucci later deleted the tweet and spoke this morning on CNN.
I understand the law. I know that there was a public disclosure mechanism in my financial forms. What I'm upset about is the process and the junk pool, the dirty pool in terms of the way this stuff is being done. And the leaking won't stop.
Scaramucci says he and the president have a good idea of who's responsible for the leaks.
When I put out a tweet and I put Reince's name in the tweet, they're all making the assumption that it's him because journalists know who the leakers are. So if Reince wants to explain that he's not a leaker, let him do that.
Adding fuel to the fire is this photo by the Wall Street Journal that shows Priebus and Scaramucci apparently staring each other down in the Oval Office.
This is a White House that has a lot of different perspectives because the president hires the very best people. They're not always going to agree. There are going to be a lot of different ideas.
Scaramucci was hired in part to get to the bottom of the leaks, which have incensed the president since he took office. CBS News Chief Washington correspondent John Dickerson said on CBS This Morning, not all leaks are bad.
White Houses need leaks. They need relationships with reporters to float things out there without making them official.
But President Trump has made it clear he does not see the value of leaks and maintains he will put a stop to them.
Now, Scaramucci, for his part, maintains he has no financial conflicts of interest. In the control room, Eliott Rodriguez, CBS 4 News.